as you can see, I'm in my craft room working on some projects. I told myself I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them done by this weekend. So one of my projects is 4 carousel horses. I'm working on 4 carousel horses at the same time. I'm also fixing up my craft room. Guess what? Guess what? You see that? See that? See the paint? And the mannequin? Isn't she cute? I actually bought a flower for her. I was so happy. I was like, oh, I found a flower to match her tutu. And I put up curtains. See my sequin curtains? Progress. Progress, Lord. But anyway, I have this carousel horse that I'm working on. And I just put the second coat of paint on it. It needs about 2 more coats of paint. And then I can move on to the embellishments. And I just want to show you all my progress. Okay, as you all can see, I am not finished with the horse. There are plenty of things I have left, but I have made progress. I'm very proud of myself because I had been sitting on this horse for a while trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to do it. And of course, it never comes out the way that I imagined. But thus far, I've used the colors of Mickey, which is red, black, and yellow. So I'm painting the hair red, black, and yellow. As you can see, it needs a couple of more coats of paint. And when I do the last coat, I always make sure that the lines are straight. But when I'm doing like the first, second, third, it's not so important. I haven't decided whether I want to put glitter on the hair, leave the hair as is, because I'm a very textured person. I like dimensions. And I was trying to think, okay, should I just leave it painted, or should I add beads to it, or should I add glitter to it? But I haven't figured it out yet. And I'm not quite there to decide. And as far as the saddle, as you can see, the saddle is red and yellow, and then the rope is black. And then the tail matches the hair, is red, black, and yellow. Then I have red, black, and yellow buttons on it. I know y'all like, why does she have that up there? But there's a method to the madness. I have ordered these Mickey Mouse buttons. They come red, black, and yellow. So it's going to be spread out on Mickey Mouse, but it's going to start in like a cluster in the back. But the thing is, I don't know what size these buttons are, and I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. And then as far as the hooves, they are yellow. The eyes are going to be black. And then as you can see, there are holes in the horse from the parts that I took from the horse because it was originally a rocking horse. And to cover up these holes, I'm going to use these Mickey faces. They were actually pencil sharpeners. And they had a pencil sharpener on the back, and I just cut the pencil sharpener part off. And I got these from Dollar Tree. And this is one of the embellishments that I plan to put here on Mickey's face once I put the reins, sorry, that's my dryer, the reins on Mickey's mouth, on the horse's mouth. Then as far as Mickey ears, I made these ears with some styrofoam discs that came from Dollar Tree. That came 2 in a pack. And I bought this Mickey Mouse fabric from Walmart, and I covered it with the fabric. And then to cover up the seams, I put this glittered ribbon on it that I also got from Dollar Tree during Christmas. And then to cover up this red, which almost looks like a button, which is really cool, I am going to use, don't laugh, pacifiers. I got these pacifiers from Dollar Tree. I'm not going to use the entire pacifier, just the white part, the circle part. I'm going to take it off of the pacifier, and I am going to put it on the red part. And then, of course, the Mickey faces. I'm going to cover the holes with Mickey's faces. And this is one of the buttons that I'm going to use. Then I have some other surprises that I'm going to put on this Mickey horse, because this Mickey horse is actually one of my bigger horses. It measures about maybe 3.5 feet, 4 feet, 3.5 feet maybe, but it's a big horse. And a child probably the age of 12 could actually fit on this horse and sit on this horse comfortably. So I want to make sure that this horse says Mickey Mouse when you first look at it. It says everything Mickey. And the face, I actually like the face a lot. I always put eyelashes on my horses because it's kind of like my trademark. I sign the horse. And once I'm done with the horse, I spray it with a clear enamel. Then I also have another horse that I'm working on. I'm not going to show you the horse, but I'm going to show you some of the embellishments. Now, I found this face. You see it? I found this face in the thrift store. I found a lot of items, cool items in the thrift store that you have a hard time finding in a regular store. But this particular face I love because I love this era that it comes from. I love the fact that it was a black woman. I was like, oh wow. I was planning to do something else with it, but then I was like, I think I'm gonna put this on my horse. And then I'm gonna decorate the horse around this face. So the horse is going to be dedicated to the era of this embellishment and this decoration. Then at let's go over here at the thrift store. Gotta excuse my mess. This is my cup, my Chick-fil-A cup I use for my dirty brushes. But I found these bottles at the thrift store. And it's temporal paint, which means it's not permanent. But it was only 99 cents and I got 25% off. And what I do is they're neon paints and I mix it. In this bottle is acrylic paint, which is a permanent paint. And I mix the neon paint with the acrylic paint to make the paint permanent. Now, it doesn't, it goes on smooth. You got to let it dry. When you give it a second coat, it kind of crumbles a little bit. So you got to know how to kind of play with it and work with it. And as y'all can see over here, I have Minnie. And I have over here, I have Mickey. So there are some things that I want to do to this Mickey horse to make it pop and really put a lot of details into it, because I made a Minnie Mouse horse, and I'm also working on another Minnie Mouse horse. The first Minnie Mouse horse that I worked on was pink, black, and white. This other Minnie Mouse horse I'm working on is red, black, and white. So I want to make the red, black, and white Minnie Mouse horse a little bit different than the pink, black, and white one. And I have a video of the pink one if you look through my videos, and I'll also attach the link in the description. Now I'm going to show you all something. I am very creative. These horses do not stand up. So I have this this little rabbit. And the rabbit's little ears, as you can see, is holding up the horse. And this rabbit saves me a lot of time. And the rabbit is actually a fan. So if you take the head off of the rabbit, there's a little fan inside, which I think is so cute. Well, I thank you all for coming along with me, and I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for coming into my craft room, my little workshop. And I have a Hello Kitty horse that I just finished. Y'all want to see it? You sure? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Okay, guys, are you all ready for my Hello Kitty carousel horse? Are you sure? Isn't she gorgeous? Doesn't she just make you want to eat her? Doesn't she look delicious and yummy with all this pink? And let's get a close up. Look at her eyes. Do you see her Hello Kitty whiskers by her eyes, as well as her faux lashes? And yes, yes, it took me forever, but I made this chick a Hello Kitty bow. I made it. Took me forever to figure out how I was going to do it, but it's done. She's so cute. And as you can see, her Hello Kitty embellishments. I was thinking about painting her bow on this embellishment red. I painted this one red, and I painted the whiskers black because it was an all gold brooch. And it was, no, it actually wasn't a brooch. I apologize. It was a keychain. And I purchased 2 of them. And in another video, I'll show you all how I shop to find the embellishments for my horses. And I tried to keep her simple because Hello Kitty is a very simple character. What's that? On the booty. On the booty is Hello Kitty. Now, this Hello Kitty, like I said, I find a lot of items in the thrift store. I found this Hello Kitty in the thrift store. And it's a Christmas Hello Kitty, and she's actually holding a snowflake. And what I did was I took a bear and I glued it on the snowflake because I didn't want it to be a Christmas Hello Kitty carousel horse. And then on the back, look at the back. On the back, I made another Hello Kitty bow. And the pink that I used actually came from Walmart. And I love this pink. I bought this pink for something else and it didn't work out. This pink is called Candy Pink. It's beautiful. And it's by Apple Barrel. And it's 2 ounces. Then what I did was, this particular color right here is the candy pink that's on the sash. Then I added some white to it and I made the lighter pink. And then I noticed with a lot of Hello Kitties, it had yellow in it. So I was like, okay, put some yellow on it, Janelle. And then I took these embellishments. This is a little bit darker than the ones that I used. These come from Dollar Tree. And they have glue on the back of them, but they don't stick very well. So I add a hot glue gun to it. And I take them and I line them on the saddle. And then of course, you know, there are holes here. And I covered the holes with flowers to make it cute. And then there's holes here, and I covered that with the Hello Kitty keychain. And I painted it red to match the bow. And maybe I should paint this one red. What you think? You think I should leave the bow pink or paint it red? But that's my Hello Kitty horse. And I was so proud of it. Now the only thing I need to do is stick it on its pole and post it on Etsy. I have an Etsy shop and I'll link that as well. But I thought it was so cute. I was like, oh, when I was done, I was like, oh, she came out cute. And I always try to make something contrasting. So this buckle, I made that black. Then what I do once I'm done, I spray paint it with a clear enamel. And the reason I do that is 1, to make it shine. 2, to make it so if you scratch it, it really doesn't mess up. And 3, to make it so that I don't smear the paint. Because sometimes, even when the paint is dry, you can still smear the paint dry. And let's say you put fingerprints and stuff on it. It could leave fingerprints on it. And at first, let me tell y'all the story. Okay, this is funny. The horse's mane I had painted originally red. And when I painted red, I was like, dang, this kind of look like a clown. So I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this red mane. So I was like, you know, God, give me the sign if I should leave it red. And this is no lie. Went to Family Dollar. And this lady dyed her afro red. And she looked like Ronald McDonald. And I was like, she looks like a clown. And don't get me wrong, I'm an artist. I love different. But this was not cute. I was like, I think this you giving me a sign, God. I'm going to go home and I'm going to change the color of the mane. So what I did is I took the light pink that I mixed with the white and I spread it on top of the red. And when it did that, it smeared a little bit and it started mixing with the red. You can't really tell, but it came out really pretty. I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I guess everything happens for a reason. Well, I thank you all for coming into my craft room and sharing my love. Even though some people find it weird what I do. But I actually really enjoy it. And then, of course, I love it when they sell because my artwork is living in someone else's home. So that makes me happy. So come again because we have more horses to come.